Hey everybody, Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos here, doing a rare update to my YouTube channel here. But just wanted to talk a little bit just about what could be a big factor for the upcoming price of Bitcoin and the action. And I had talked about this back in February of this year, how I said that I did not think that this was going to be an especially explosive year for Bitcoin. And I said that I thought it would do better than it had started the year, but there's a factor that we need to, there's a hurdle we need to get past. One factor that kind of needs to, I would say it's like a hammer hanging over Bitcoin's head. And what it is, it's the, let's see if I can pull up my screen here. It is the Mt. Gox release. So in 2017, one of the main reasons that the cryptocurrency market did so poorly was Mt. Gox. If you're not familiar with what Mt. Gox is, it was a cryptocurrency exchange that mainly, and this is years ago, 7, 8 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago, that pretty much Bitcoin was one of the only cryptocurrencies at the time. Mt. Gox was an exchange that you were able to buy Bitcoin on. Primarily, that's what people were buying. Prices were fairly cheap back then. I think about maybe $600, $700, $800 per Bitcoin. And Mt. Gox exchange closed, and they still had in possession, I think it was like 800,000 Bitcoin. So in 2017, Mt. Gox released on 3 separate occasions like 200,000 Bitcoin. And that's why you'd see the market, Bitcoin market in 2018 drop. That's when they'd released 200,000 Bitcoin. People that hadn't had that Bitcoin who bought it at $600, could now sell it for 10, 11, 12,000, 13, 14,000, and it would drop. And then it would kind of level off. Then they'd release another 200,000. Then people can maybe sell their Bitcoin for 8, 9, 10,000. Boom, drop it down to 6,000. Then they'd release another 200,000. So Mt. Gox 3 separate times released 200,000 Bitcoin in 2018, and that was one of the biggest reasons for the market crash, because we all know how Bitcoin goes, the rest of the market goes. Well, here we are in 2020, and Mt. Gox has one more release, and it's 150,000 Bitcoin. And they were supposed to release it in February. However, they have an issue with the law firm that was hired by the Bitcoin holders that were suing Mt. Gox. They wanted an exorbitant amount of money, and they wanted like 2/3 of the Bitcoin. So they wanted like 80% of the Bitcoin plus cash to settle this case. And they pretty much had an agreement worked out with Mt. Gox, but the people that owned the Bitcoin were not so keen on these terms. They thought the law firm was getting way too much, and it does sound like way too much to me. There was a second law firm that had come in that was trying to negotiate a deal with Mt. Gox as well, with a lower fee for the Bitcoin investors. So as far as which law firm the investors chose, I'm not sure, but that February release of the 150,000 Bitcoin got delayed till October 15th, which is coming up in 10 days. Okay, so October 15th. However, this is not, okay, it was 850 Bitcoin. This is not guaranteed that this Mt. Gox release of these 150,000 Bitcoin is going to happen. It's been delayed before, not to say it won't be delayed again. But chances are if this is released, it's a good thing. Because basically what it's doing is it's going to take that hammer that's over everybody's head. There's a lot of people out there waiting, smart money that's waiting for this Mt. Gox release to come in, this last one. They're thinking it's going to drop down the price of Bitcoin simply because the law firm is not in the business of investing in Bitcoin. They're in the business of settling lawsuits and getting paid, and that's it. So when they get paid their percentage of Bitcoin, more than likely they're just going to sell it off for the money, for the cash. The people who bought their Bitcoin at $600, $700, $800, many of them probably have hundreds of Bitcoin. They're going to be wealthy if they sell half or three-quarters, or maybe they'll sell it all. So I believe that it will affect the price of Bitcoin. So you did have the halving, but now you have this extra Bitcoin coming on the market from this Mt. Gox ordeal, and I believe that that is basically going to nullify the halving for about 1 year. So I made a video back on February 20th, and this was about this Mt. Gox subject and why I thought Bitcoin was not going to explode this year. So let me just play a couple minutes of this. Like we're leveling out here again. I expect it to climb. I think overall we're going to end up higher, but I don't think it's going to be, and trust me, I'm pro Bitcoin. It's going to be better than it is now. I don't think it's going to go totally crazy like it did in 2017. I think Bitcoin will probably get up above that 20,000 mark. But let me give you my reasons why. One is the manipulation that we're seeing here. Two, and this is something that's going to factor in. So it's going to be the fact that Mt. Gox still has about 200,000 Bitcoin that they're going to throw on the market sometime during the year. It was speculated that it was going to be in February. We're in February now. But the thing is, the law firm that's handling the Mt. Gox settlement wants a crap load of money. So basically, that's what I was just talking about with what we just went over. I believe once this Mt. Gox release is done, the market's going to drop. I can't say for sure how much I think it will drop. I think it'll drop probably anywhere from 10 to possibly as much as 30%. However, the more it drops, I think the faster it will rebound because the smart money is out there waiting for that opportune time to gobble up that Bitcoin. And then there won't be Mt. Gox hanging over the head of Bitcoin, and the halving is going to actually factor in more. And once all that Mt. Gox Bitcoin is bought up, I believe we're going to then see the price of Bitcoin really take off. I think we'll see it steady, maybe a steady climb, but we're not going to see that big money really pour in until that Mt. Gox settlement finally happens. So in a lot of ways, I really hope that it happens on the 15th because then we'll get it out of the way, and then I think it's sky is the limit for Bitcoin. Other than some type of dramatic government intervention, that was some kind of ban on Bitcoin, which I don't see happening because there's just too many institutions and banks and everything else involved in it. I just don't see it happening. That's the only thing we've got stopping Bitcoin at this point. And so in a lot of ways, I hope we just get it done and get it over with. So the quicker it happens, the faster you're going to see Bitcoin go up. Now, if we do see this release on the 15th, we could see some dips in the price of Bitcoin. Guys, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm going to be looking to grab, a little bit of Bitcoin here and there on the dips. I'm going to be buying the dips for sure. And I think that's really going to be about one of our last opportunities to get real cheap Bitcoin. So guys, that's just a short video for the day. God bless you all, and peace out. Kiss the girlfriend, the wife, hug the kids, pet the pets. God bless each and every one of you. Joe Knows Crypto signing off. Y'all have a great day. Peace.